She was hailed as the most beautiful woman in the world, a silver screen siren whose allure captivated audiences worldwide. But Hedy Lamarr was no mere pretty face. Behind the glamour lay a brilliant mind that revolutionized technology, a scandalous life riddled with secrets, and a legacy that continues to echo today. From nude scenes that shocked the Vatican to inventions that birthed Wi-Fi, this is the full, unvarnished story of Hollywood's darkest bombshell. And we'll uncover new revelations, forgotten gadgets, hidden heritage, and the tragic fates of her family in 2026. Buckle up. This tale is as explosive as her wartime innovations. Born Hedwig Eva Maria Kiesler on November 9, 1914 in Vienna, Austria, Hedy was the only child of a wealthy Jewish family. Her father, Emil Kiesler, was a successful banker who encouraged her curiosity about the world, taking her on long walks where he'd explain how things worked, from streetcars to telephones. Her mother, Gertrude, a concert pianist who converted from Judaism to Catholicism, nurtured Hedy's artistic side. Little did they know, their daughter would blend intellect and artistry in ways no one could predict. By age 4, Hedy was privately tutored, mastering piano, dance, and 4 languages by 10. But her true passion was the stage. At 16, she dropped out of school to pursue acting, landing small roles in German films. Then came her big break, or scandal, depending on who you ask. In 1933, at just 18, Hedy starred in the Czech film Ecstasy. It wasn't just any role. It featured the first non-pornographic nude scene in cinema history, including a simulated orgasm, a close-up of her face in Ecstasy. The film caused an international uproar. Pope Pius XI denounced it, Hitler banned it in Germany for its Jewish undertones, and even Hedy's own parents were horrified. Her father reportedly never forgave her, but the controversy made her a star overnight. What many don't know is that the director tricked her into the nudity by claiming the shots were from afar, a betrayal that haunted her. Amid the fallout, Hedy met her first husband, Fritz Mandl, a wealthy Austrian arms dealer, twice her age. They married in 1933, but it was a gilded cage. Mandl, possessive and abusive, forbade her acting career and paraded her as a trophy wife at lavish parties attended by Mussolini and Hitler. Hedy later revealed she felt like a doll imprisoned with no mind of her own. But she wasn't idle. Eavesdropping on Mandl's business talks about military technology, she absorbed knowledge about radio signals and torpedoes, seeds that would bloom into her greatest invention. In 1937, Hedy escaped. Disguised as a maid, she drugged her bodyguard, stole jewels, and fled to Paris, then London. There, she caught the eye of MGM mogul Louis B. Mayer, who signed her on a transatlantic ship to Hollywood. He renamed her Hedy Lamarr, inspired by silent star Barbara Lamarr, and marketed her as an exotic beauty. But Hedy chafed at the typecasting. "Any girl can be glamorous," she quipped. "All you have to do is stand still and look stupid." Her Hollywood debut in Algiers, 1938, was a hit, with critics raving about her exquisite looks. She starred opposite Charles Boyer, uttering the iconic line, "Kiss me, you fool," a phrase that became a cultural staple. But new facts reveal Hedy's influence extended beyond her roles. Walt Disney modeled Snow White after her ethereal beauty in the 1937 animated film, and comic artist Bob Kane drew inspiration for her for Catwoman's sultry allure in Batman comics starting in 1940. The 1940s were her golden era. In Boomtown, 1940, she held her own with Clark Gable and Spencer Tracy. White Cargo, 1942, featured her infamous line, "I am Tondaleo," as a seductive native woman, a role criticized today for racial stereotypes, but a box office smash then. Her pinnacle? Samson and Delilah, 1949, directed by Cecil B. DeMille, where she played the biblical temptress opposite Victor Mature. It grossed over $12 million, making it one of the highest-earning films of the decade. But behind the scenes, Hedy battled MGM's control, turning down roles in Gaslight and Casablanca because she refused to be pigeonholed. Now, let's dive into her inventive side, the part Hollywood ignored. Frustrated by the war in Europe, Hedy wanted to contribute. Drawing from Mandel's torpedo talks and her own tinkering, she collaborated with composer George Antheil in 1941. They patented a secret communication system using frequency-hopping spread spectrum, essentially making radio-guided torpedoes unjammable by enemies. Inspired by player piano rolls, it synced transmitter and receiver to hop between 88 frequencies, like piano keys. The Navy dismissed it as impractical, but here's a new twist. It was later used during the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis for secure communications. Today, it's the foundation of Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, and cell phones. Hedy never profited from it. The patent expired before widespread adoption, but she was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame in 2014, posthumously. But Hedy's inventive streak didn't stop there. Lesser-known gadgets include a redesigned Kleenex box with a disposal compartment for used tissues, a fluorescent collar for dogs to make them visible at night, an improved traffic stoplight, and even a dissolvable tablet to turn water into cola. It tasted awful, like Alka-Seltzer, and flopped. She once said, "Improving things comes naturally to me. If born today, she'd likely be a tech mogul." Yet, for all her brilliance, Hedy's personal life was a whirlwind of scandal and sorrow. 6 marriages, each more turbulent than the last. After Mandel, she wed screenwriter Gene Markey in 1939, a rebound that lasted months. During this time, she adopted son James, but a dark secret emerged after her death. DNA tests in 2001 proved he was her biological child, fathered by her next husband, actor John Loder, during an affair. Hedy hid this to avoid scandal. Her marriage to Loder, 1943 to 1947, produced 2 more children, Denise in 1945 and Anthony in 1947, but it crumbled amid Loder's jealousy and Hedy's workaholic nature. She sent young James to boarding school at 12, leading to lifelong estrangement. He later claimed she abandoned him. Subsequent husbands included band leader Teddy Stauffer in 1951 to 1952, oil tycoon W.H. Howard in 1953 to 1960, and lawyer Louis J. Boyce in 1963 to 1965. Each ended in divorce, marked by accusations of abuse, infidelity, and financial woes. Hedy once joked, "I must quit marrying men who feel inferior to me." New scandals. In 1966, she was arrested for shoplifting $86 worth of goods in Los Angeles. She claimed it was a mistake due to stress, and charges were dropped. It happened again in 1991 in Florida, leading to community service. Her 1966 autobiography, Ecstasy and Me became a bestseller, but a nightmare. Hedy sued the ghostwriters for fabricating salacious details, calling it fictional, false, vulgar, scandalous. She won a settlement, but the damage to her reputation lingered. And in 1974, she sued Mel Brooks for using Hedy Lamarr in Blazing Saddles without permission, settling out of court. Adding to the darkness, Hedy hid her Jewish heritage, even from her children, fearing anti-Semitism. Her mother fled Vienna in 1942 to join her in the U.S., but Hedy rarely spoke of her roots. Plastic surgeries in the 1950s, meant to preserve her beauty, went awry, leaving her disfigured and reclusive. By the 1960s, her career faded. Her last film was a cameo in 1990's Instant Karma. She retreated to Florida, living alone, communicating mostly by phone. Hedy Lamarr died on January 19, 2000, at 85, in Castleberry, Florida, from heart disease. Her ashes were scattered in Vienna's woods per her wishes, but her legacy exploded posthumously. The 2017 documentary Bombshell, the Hedy Lamarr story, produced by her son, Anthony, revealed her genius. Google Doodles honored her in 2015, and her tech paved the way for billions in modern industry. Now, where is her family in 2026? Tragically, time has taken its toll. Eldest son, James Lamar Loder, long estranged, became a police officer in Omaha, Nebraska. He challenged Hedy's will in 2000, settling for $50,000, and passed away on May 25, 2022, at 84. Son Anthony Loder, who tirelessly preserved her legacy, producing documentaries and advocating for her Vienna Memorial, a luxury department store opened in 2025, died on May 23, 2023, at 76 in Los Angeles after battling illness. He was married to Roxanne and left a profound mark on her story. Daughter Denise Loder DeLuca, now 81, is thriving as an artist in Seattle, Washington, specializing in pop culture portraits, including tributes to her mother. She exhibits at galleries like West Seattle Physical Therapy events. Her work keeps Hedy's image alive, blending family legacy with creativity. Grandchildren exist through Denise, married to late writer Larry Colton, and Anthony, though they maintain private lives. Hedy once said, "The world isn't getting any easier. With all these new inventions, I believe it's getting worse." Yet her own creations made it better. From Bombshell to Brainiac, Hedy Lamarr proves beauty and brilliance can coexist, even if the world takes decades to notice.